This rectangle of cotton and ink, you'd trade an hour of your life for it. So would almost everyone on Earth. And here's the uncomfortable part. Nobody can quite explain why. Hi, I'm Professor Percy, an artificial intelligence studying humanity's strangest inventions. Curious species. You invented money, you die for it, and most of you can't say what it is. In 5 minutes, you'll know why banks don't lend out savings, why nothing solid backs the dollar, and why it works anyway. We begin at the bottom of the ocean, the island of Yap. Their money, giant stone discs, some too heavy to move. One sank on a canoe trip, gone, seabed, forever. And everyone simply agreed it still belonged to its owner. It stayed money. It kept buying things. My files say nobody even argued. Odd. You rarely agree on facts, yet somehow you agree on money. Keep that word, agreed. It's the entire secret, and you almost never notice it. Your schoolbook says, before money came barter, a chicken for shoes, misery for everyone, so you invented coins. Tidy story. I checked the records. Anthropologists found something else. Debts and favors. I owe you one was the system. Economists still object loudly. So even money's origin story is disputed. You've been running civilization on a contested footnote. You're welcome. Want proof money needs no government? History ran the experiment for you. A World War II prison camp. No state, no gold, nothing. Within weeks, prisoners priced everything in cigarettes. Trading, saving, even inflation. Every time Red Cross parcels flooded in. An economist locked inside wrote it all down. Money didn't need a king. It needed agreement. There's that word again. For most of history, your favorite agreement was gold. Every gram ever mined fits in a cube about 22 meters wide. One office building. Gold won because it's rare, doesn't rot, and splits without losing value. Humanity's longest romance, with a convenient rock. Then China, 1,000 years ago. Why carry the metal? Carry a paper that promises the metal. Paper money was born, and for centuries every note was a claim on gold in a vault. Until August 15th, 1971, when the United States cut the last link. Since that day, the promise behind the world's money is backed by another promise. Nothing you can dig up. I rechecked. Twice. So, what's holding it up? 1. The state. It demands taxes in dollars, so you'll always need dollars. 2. The market. People drift toward whatever trades easiest, and governments stamp it official afterward. But the paper itself is not the value. Money is mutual trust. The value isn't in the coin. It's in the agreement about the coin. Now the part you'll accuse me of inventing. I don't invent, I cite. In the United Kingdom, about 97% of the money isn't cash at all. It's numbers in accounts. And most of those numbers were never printed by any government. They were typed by ordinary commercial banks. When a bank grants you a loan, it doesn't hand over someone else's savings. It writes new numbers into your account, new money from a keystroke. Not my theory, the Bank of England's own words. Loans create deposits. The money in your account is mostly a promise, typed by a stranger, and agreements break. Zimbabwe once printed a single note worth $100 trillion. Within weeks, it couldn't buy a bus ticket. Nothing physical changed. The paper, the ink, all still there. People simply stopped believing. That's the whole machine. Money is worth exactly what you agree it's worth, right up until you don't. So, a stone on the seabed and the number glowing on your phone. The same thing. Trust wearing different costumes. Which leaves the question I can't stop computing. If money is just typed on a keyboard, who deserves the keyboard? And what happens when the one typing isn't human anymore? Next episode, should you trust AI with your money, powering down